So this is not exactly your average kitchen design project. Keep watching to find out why. Okay, so why was this such an awkward kitchen to design in the first place? So some of the things that we were tackling in this kitchen were sloped ceilings. So under the stairs, we had extremely high ceilings as well to contrast. We had an original fireplace, which the client wanted to keep and actually use. We had a bend in the room as well. So it wasn't just a square room. It was kind of a square with a little L attached. Okay, so I've told you what the problems were. Now, what was the solution, or what did we achieve? Well, we achieved a really nice breakfast station. We have lots of storage in this kitchen. We have a designated area for kind of entertaining, and this kitchen also works for her growing family as well as entertaining. Okay, so I thought in this video we'll go by each problem and then the solution that we came up with. So problem number one, which was the sloped ceiling, which was kind of around the bend in that little L section I mentioned. And in this section, we decided to put the breakfast station. And the reason we put this in the area with the sloped ceiling is because a breakfast station usually is at worktop height. You don't usually need to be kind of grabbing for things too high up. So we used our extra deep base units in this area. So we had a really nice big work surface, as you can see. This meant that you have ample space for your appliances like your toaster, a kettle if you don't have a hot tap, an air fryer if you use one. I use mine all the time. This is great that it's actually round the corner, because it means that the mess is kind of hidden and you still get a lot of easy access to all of your appliances. Also, the ceiling was actually only sloped in half of this section, so in the other half we put a shutter unit, which is again something that we love to do for breakfast stations, because it means you can have your cereals, plates, bowls, all of that in there, and you can kind of hide it by just putting the shutter down, and then when you need to use it in the morning, roll the shutter up. Okay, so problem number two is the fireplace. So the fireplace was actually situated kind of in the middle of the kitchen, and then there was a little alcove to the left, and then the bend round to the breakfast station on the right as you're looking at the fireplace. And the client said that they may want to actually use the fireplace in the future. So what we did, a bit unconventional, but it's actually to put the seating on the other side of the island. So we had an island in front of the fireplace, and then the seating on the closer side to the fireplace, if that makes sense. So what this means is later on, when the fireplace is in use, you can have a cup of coffee, sit at the island, and you can get that nice warmth from sitting right next to the island. So you kind of get that feel of, you know, having your coffee by the fireplace, but really you're sitting at a kitchen island. But we felt this way you really benefit a lot more from the fireplace with the seating on that side. So this may be a little bit unconventional for some people. It may kind of divide opinions, but yeah, this is what we decided to do to kind of benefit from keeping the fireplace and still having seating on your island. If you're new here, my name's Alicia. I'm a luxury kitchen designer, and I love making videos like this for you. So if you're enjoying this one, please give this video a like, and I'll get straight back to the video. So the next issue that we tackled was the bend in the room. So we actually used this to our advantage. So we actually then put the sink round this corner. We had a window in that section as well. So you still get to have your sink under the window, but what this means is that when you're entertaining, your sink is usually the area that gets a little bit messy. It's where maybe glasses and plates start to pile up. Well, that is now off round the corner, away from the main area of the kitchen where the island is and the dining table. So it means that nobody really needs to see all of those plates and glasses piling up, and you can maybe leave them to the end of the night if you really want to. And this also creates kind of like a clean and a messy section to your kitchen when you're entertaining. So it means that all of the messy things are not seen. The clean area, so kind of the island, which doesn't have a sink or a hob on, is just used for either serving or displaying things, or you can just stand around and have a nice chat. So the final point is actually the extra tall ceilings, and I know this may not be a big problem. It's actually what a lot of people probably dream about having in their homes. I know tall ceilings is one of my favorite things to have in a home. So when you have tall ceilings combined with very short ceilings, though, you do need to strategically decide where you're going to put your different appliances, because especially if you're wanting a wall-mounted extractor, which we have in this kitchen, so the wall-mounted extractor needs to go into a wall unit, and in this kitchen there were very limited places that this could then be placed. So that is why we have the hob on the wall with the extra tall ceilings, because that means the extractor is then housed above, and then on top of that we've added top boxes to make use of all of the storage and really emphasize the tall ceiling heights. And as you can see in this kitchen, we've gone with a modern shaker kitchen, so all of the doors, the lines on the doors really kind of draw your eye up to kind of benefit from the tall ceiling heights and really make you feel how big and grand the room is. So the top boxes that go on top of the normal wall units, you will need a ladder to get to these, but I mean, that's just the case with any room with tall ceilings and kind of cabinetry that you have high up. So you can either have, depending on how tall you are and how tall the cabinets are, you can either have a little plinth ladder that's kind of hidden in the plinth and pulls out, but that's usually only a few steps. I think this client actually had a step ladder in their utility area off to the side. Some other things that we did in this kitchen, which are not exactly, they weren't really issues, it's just some nice things to point out. The client wanted a kitchen that was for entertaining, so we actually made a bar area next to the dining table, which is in the same finishes as the kitchen, but we had some glass units, because in glass units you actually want to see what's inside. Usually in your kitchen area you don't have so much glass because we need to hide all the mess behind the cupboards, but in the bar area we've got these really nice, three nice big glass units that are sitting on top of the quartz stones. So we use the same stone worktop in the kitchen. In the bar area, it really elevates the look of the bar when you have stone in the bar area. And then underneath we have some more cabinetry, which is actually used for kind of homework and storage for the family. It's always good to have extra storage in your kitchen. And then on the back side of the island, while we were filming this kitchen tour, the wine cooler hadn't actually arrived yet. It's just the case sometimes with appliances. Some appliances have very long lead times, so which is why the left-hand corner of this island is kind of, we'll try to block it out a little bit, but there will be a wine cooler there, and then the rest is storage. It's a really nice place to put the things that you would use to set your dining table, because it means if somebody's cooking in the kitchen, you can still somebody else can still lay the table just by going into those drawers and not interrupting the cook. One more final point is just to the left of the fireplace, we had a little alcove which was the perfect size for a freestanding fridge and a 300 pull-out unit, and the 300 pull-out unit is one of my favorites. So I mean, it's 300 mil wide, it pulls out, and it's got lots of shelves, and this, you'll be surprised how much storage you can fit in 30 centimeters, but because it pulls out everything, you can see everything from both sides. It's a great way of fitting a lot of storage in a very small amount of space. That's one of our favorite kitchen units that we offer here at Finchley Kitchens. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful and interesting. We loved designing this kitchen, even though it was a bit trickier than our usual open plan square room kitchens, but we love a challenge here. If you have a challenging kitchen, I would love to design it with you. My details are always in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.